Welcome back everyone in my YouTube channel. Hey guys, today we will study about the G protein coupled receptor. G protein coupled receptor. Why called G protein coupled receptor? G protein coupled receptors are receptor that acts through a member of the guanosine nucleotide binding protein or G protein, so called as the G protein coupled receptor. There are the different names. They name as a G protein link second messenger, also called as the GPCRS, and G protein. A plasma membrane receptor with a 7 transmembrane helical segment, a G protein that cycles between active GTP bound and inactive GDP bound forms an effector enzyme or also ion channel in the plasma membrane that is regulated by the activated G protein. The functions are, they are very important. G protein coupled receptors are very important physiologically. Also, they have very diverse in function. These receptors found only in eukaryotes, and the target of these receptors are of about 40% of drugs. Now the structure of G protein and G protein coupled receptor. See here, this is the G protein. G protein are the component of G protein coupled receptor. It is the heterotrimeric GTP binding protein composed of the three subunits, this G alpha, G beta, and G gamma. This G alpha is separate and non more subunit, functions. This G protein live in the intracellular site on the submembrane and attach or connected to the submembrane itself in the intracellular site of the cellular. Then this one is the G protein coupled receptor. This is the transmembrane receptor that pass through the cell membrane 7 times. How many times? 7 times. This is the amino group present on the extracellular side and carboxylic group present in the intracellular site of the cytosol. Then this exact how to bind the already bound GTP protein. G protein with the GDP in inactive form and with the receptor. This is about the structure of the different G protein and the receptor. Then mechanism. In this G protein coupled receptor, we have already discussed about the mechanism. They have the three mechanisms, three steps of mechanism. First, I have already told about that in inactive form of the G protein coupled receptor. Here, this is the G protein coupled receptor, and this is the G protein have the three subunits and bind the GDP. The alpha subunit is bound in the resting stage of the guanosine diphosphatase, that is GDP, and in this stage GDP, this is the first stage where first stage is a inactive stage. Then next second stage is, in this stage the receptor, this receptor is wetting an extracellular site of the membrane, submembrane. Then signaling molecule, that is the ligand, comes and binds to the receptor. And then conformational changes occur in intracellular site. Then receptor is activated. That is, GDP is released from the G protein and GTP binds to the G protein. This GTP already present in the cytosol. This is the second stage. Then third one is the now alpha subunit separate from the beta gamma complex of the G protein. Then this GTP bound to the alpha subunit and attaches to the target and triggers the cellular response. That is, the alpha subunit dissociated from the beta gamma complex and triggers the cellular response. Next one is this GTP is hydrolyzed to the GDP and signaling molecule is removed from the ligand, or signaling molecule comes off of the receptor. Signaling molecule, that is ligand, is removed from the receptor. Then last step is this alpha subunit again comes back together with the beta gamma subunit, and then back again come back together with the receptor and bound the beta gamma subunit. This is the whole mechanism of the G protein coupled receptor. Now, summary of this G protein coupled receptor. The G protein coupled receptor, that is GPCRL, shares a common structural arrangement of 7 transmembrane helices. I have already told about how the structure of the receptor, and act through the heterotrimeric G protein, that is the 3 subunits of the G protein. On ligand binding, GPCRS catalyze the exchange of GTP for GDP on the G protein, causing the dissociation of the G alpha subunit, and then G alpha stimulates or inhibits the activity of an effector enzyme, then changing the local concentration of its second messenger product. Now I will stop here. Thank you.